Yo guys, what is up? And I don't know if you guys have seen the news or not. You probably have by now. It's a day later, and everyone's been making videos on it. But Battlefield 2042 has been delayed until November 19th. And I can honestly say that this is probably a good thing. Because a lot of people were concerned that there's been no open beta release date yet. There's been no talks of any type of testing outside the current open alpha testing or whatever alpha type testing they've done. And a lot of people were concerned because Battlefield 1 alpha started in June, open beta was in like August or whatever, and then the game released in October. And Battlefield 1, decent game, not bad, still has some issues, but it's not as bad as Battlefield 5 was, where Battlefield 5 was kind of seemed rushed. There's a lot of things people didn't like on release, and they actually had to go back, fix some stuff, and do, I think, another beta. I don't know. I didn't keep up with development of Battlefield 5, and I've talked about finally playing Battlefield 5, not liking it, and all that stuff. So, with that said, Battlefield 2042 being delayed, it's probably a good thing. There's a lot of stuff in the game as of right now. There's Portal, there's the whole new like storms and all that crap. The BR game mode's probably going to be in it as well. I believe I saw something about that. I think that's why a lot of people were talking about the severe weather, is the battle royale, storm approach, and all that stuff. So, that being said, the game is filled with a lot of stuff, a lot of new features, and it's going to be on next-gen consoles, and I think a lot of people are hoping that they push it back just so there's not like a Cyberpunk issue, but at the same time, Cyberpunk was delayed for the release of next-gen consoles, and we all know how much of a clusterfuck that was. So, with that being said, being delayed is a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Again, we can have another Cyberpunk issue when it comes to older consoles, bugs, and all that. So, my thoughts on it is, I'm kind of happy it did get pushed back, but I do kind of wish that Battlefield would just start pushing their release dates back to like spring, or to like March or April around tax season time. Only because that gives people who play Call of Duty a chance to see how shit COD is that year, and then they're like, oh, I want a new first-person shooter to play, and then Battlefield comes out, and I think it would sell extremely well, especially around like spring break for a lot of schools and summer break coming up for them as well. And I just think it'd be a lot better. There's a lot of stuff that comes out in November already, like if you add 2042 into my current list of stuff I'm getting in November, which is Pokemon, Endwalker, and we'll talk about that in a second, and a new Path of Exile leak. That's a lot of stuff in November. And it's kind of just become a rush for AAA developers to put their games out around Christmas time so people buy them for their kids and they make a shit ton of money that way. However, I have to say, I feel like the system is now flawed. There's way too many games coming out in those months. It's kind of hard to keep up with everything if you're a content creator. Definitely makes the holiday season very busy for everybody, not just retail workers, factory workers, and all that. And for content creators, it just makes their life a little bit harder, having to juggle all these new releases coming out. But I would like to see Battlefield actually do that. And I would not be surprised if they do another delay. I could see like a month now. That's a month out from, what's the day? 16th. That's a month out from, I think, Saturday, Sunday. So they have plenty of time to fix whatever they need, but I would not be surprised if it got pushed back maybe another month or two. And I'd be fine with that, honestly, because I want the game to be good when it comes out. I don't want there to be any issues. I don't want it to be a glitched mess. I don't want balance issues like in the past we've had with Backup Me 2. We had Magnum Ammo M60. Battlefield 3 was the USAS auto grenade launcher of death. Battlefield 4, I don't remember what was exactly broken gun-wise in that game. It's been too long. Battlefield 1 the release seemed like shit, and after a few patches it seemed pretty good. That could have just been me. That being said though, they're doing a lot of new stuff. Like I said, it's Portal with the increased number of people in Conquest games now. I think it's being doubled to like 64v64 instead of 32v32. And I watched a video on MAG recently, if you people remember MAG, on PS3, where it was like 250 player fights between factions. It was a full game ahead of its time, and unfortunately it died out way too quick. I just don't want to see the same thing happen for 2042. One thing I do want with Conquest that would actually make me play Conquest with the 64 V64 is that the maps do not get any bigger than they are now, and for there to be infantry-based maps in Domination, or not Domination, Conquest, because that would add so much replayability to the game for me. I would actually play Conquest. I would actually enjoy Conquest. Whereas Conquest and Battlefield 1 to me just seems like a constant shithole on some maps. Like, there's a couple of sniper maps that are just really boring because they're so huge. You barely see anyone. I don't know. I want there to be total chaos. I absolutely love being in a total chaos of shit. That's why I enjoy Suez. It's a total chaos of shit, and I love it. But, that being said, I did have plans to upload Battlefield 2042 content when it came out. Those plans are now going to change. I've already made commentaries on the subject at hand, and I'm not going to change those commentaries anymore. It's already the second, third, fourth, fifth time I've made those commentaries. They'll be up in the next couple of days. So, that said, stream schedule now. I have no plans to stream 2042 on release. I did have plans to stream my whole progression on Final Fantasy. That's not changing. Final Fantasy is taking priority over 2042 for my stream right now because I feel like I can get more mileage out of Final Fantasy, as that's what I'm known for right now. I can get more mileage out of the first 4 days of early access for the people who did not pre-order the game, and there's also time for me to get the people who have yet to order the expansion and get their views and have them watch my content. And that will be better for me than someone who's saying looking for 2042 gameplay. Everyone's going to be streaming 2042. That's the thing. There's going to be a lot of people streaming 2042. There's not to say there won't be a ton of people streaming Final Fantasy, but the thing with MMOs is you have to hit the iron as soon as new patches drop, or you do not get any views. But, with that being said, I will try to stream 2042 at some point in time. I don't know when. I generally like to get good at the game first, then stream it, just how I am, self-conscious about how I do. So, will you see 2042 sometime in the future? Yes, most likely, depending on how good the game is. I also do plan on streaming Pokemon. Again, I don't know when I'm going to fit that in, but it will be fit in at some point. But that's all I had to talk about today. Just want to go over the delay, my thoughts on it. To me, good thing. Very good thing. They have time to fix stuff that's still broken, and it gives them time to go on the newer stuff coming into the game. That's the end of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.